Starting from Gameweek 21, Fantasy Football Hub are launching a free-to-enter league for the second half of the season with a huge £1,000 up for grabs. It's completely free for anyone to enter, and most importantly, scoring will start from zero. So, if like me you're having a bit of a stinker this season, then not to worry, it's all to play for in this league. To find out more and to get your team signed up before Gameweek 21's deadline, simply click the link in the description box below. Good luck to all of you that sign up, and let's now get on with the video.
Warning, this video contains team selection and captain choices which some viewers may find offensive.
Hey guys, and welcome back to FPL TV. With another very quick turnaround between game weeks, let's very quickly run through how my team performed in Game Week 20 before then moving on to my team selection for Game Week 21. In a game week filled with rotation for many sides, my team actually wasn't too badly affected compared to others, with only Jamie Vardy missing out completely. This meant that Todd Cantwell came off my bench for Vardy, but he only played 4 minutes in Norwich's game against Tottenham. There was just one other casualty for me in terms of rotation, and that was Raul Jimenez coming off the bench late on against Liverpool, so a 1-pointer for me there. As for the rest of my starting 11, they all started their respective games, but unfortunately there were blanks aplenty anyway, and this included my captain Mo Salah, which was what really did the damage in Game Week 20. That's now the third captaincy blank in a row for me, and it really didn't help that so many other popular captains all delivered, like De Bruyne, Mane, Harry Kane, Rashford, Aubameyang, etc. Disappointing. During these busy Christmas fixtures, it's always important to try and have players that are mostly safe from being rotated, and that was the appeal with Wilfried Zaha. However, the fact that he always starts every game hasn't helped him return points, with just an utterly abysmal 1 goal for me in the 6 game weeks since I bought him. Due to Crystal Palace's nice fixtures on paper, I've really shown Zaha lots of patience, but my patience hasn't been rewarded and his time is almost up in my side. With Norwich up next for him, I could keep him for just 1 more game, but his underlying stats are suggesting it's not even worth keeping him for that one. There were 3 players that returned points for me in Game Week 20, with Alexander-Arnold getting his 4th clean sheet on the bounce, and Tammy Abraham finally breaking his dry spell and scoring very late on against Arsenal. The real star of the game week though, as per usual, was Kevin De Bruyne, and congratulations to any of you that captained the world-class Belgian. He's been so incredibly consistent at home this season, and it makes me realise I really should have trusted him more with the armband during this campaign. So, due to my captain blanking in Game Week 20, that was what really set me back in the context of the game week. My team managed a mediocre 48 points, which unfortunately was 6 below the average, and it's dropped me back down to 1.9 million. Let's move on to Game Week 21 now, and check out how this squad could line up with 2 free transfers available. Also, if you enjoy the content here at FPL TV, be sure to drop a like on the video, and most importantly, get subscribed to the channel. As things stand, there's 4 players in my squad who are very much treading on thin ice. Wilfried Zaha and Matt Targett are probably the biggest issues in my team, but both Abraham and Dele Alli at a more expensive price are players I've considered selling sooner rather than later. It's likely I'll be giving these 2 a few more game weeks, but with Liverpool's double game week in 24 now confirmed, I will be tempted to upgrade Dele Alli to Sadio Mane from game week 24 onwards. And if I want to make that move, it'll mean having to downgrade Tammy Abraham, who out of my 3 forwards is currently producing the least points. For now though, as mentioned, Wilfried Zaha and Matt Targett are the outlying weak links, and with 2 free transfers at my disposal, I am tempted to replace them. In terms of replacements, Adama Traore at a budget 5.5 million is definitely appealing, but as a major differential at just 0.6% ownership, Watford's Ismaila Sarr is another one firmly on my radar. Given my rank of 1.9 million, differentials like him are certainly what I'm in need of, and since Nigel Pearson took charge, his stats have looked very promising. In the last 5 game weeks, Ismaila Sarr has had 13 shots inside the box, which is the second best for midfielders behind only Mo Salah. He's scored goals in each of his last 2 home games, as well as showing some decent assist potential, with 1 assist and 4 chances created. As for replacing Targett, the money freed up by downgrading Zaha could allow me to upgrade him to a Leicester defender, and with some decent fixtures on the horizon, I could back the double up with Schmeichel already in goal for me. Meanwhile, Brighton's fixtures also look very good now over the long term. Therefore, Lewis Dunk of the Seagulls is another contender to replace Targett. A very good long-term option now, I think. With that said, another player that's becoming hard to ignore at the moment is the in-form Marcus Rashford. And with Arsenal up next, a team he loves to score against, as well as Norwich at home to follow, bringing him in for Tammy Abraham is also a move I've considered. This move would be made possible if I do downgrade Zaha to Adama Traore. However, longer term, it then becomes difficult to achieve the double up of Sadio Mane and Mo Salah for their double game week, and that's what has me concerned about buying Rashford now. So, if I'm to make the moves I proposed earlier, here's how the team could potentially line up for Game Week 21. But remember, these aren't confirmed, and I will post my final team on Twitter shortly before the Game Week deadline. With John Lundstram away to Liverpool this week, and also potentially an injury concern anyway, it's likely I'll put the man, the myth, the legend on the bench this week. This means I'll be starting Diego Rico away to West Ham, and simply hoping that with David Moyes now taking charge at West Ham, he perhaps puts a bit more focus on their defence first. Rico also offers a bit more attacking threat than Martin Kelly, and Norwich have scored in 9 of their 10 home games this season, so Martin Kelly better not keep a clean sheet on my bench again, having blanked in 4 consecutive games now since I started playing him. For the captaincy in Game Week 21, there's 3 considerations in my squad, with De Bruyne and Mo Salah having home fixtures. However, with such a quick turnaround in games, Jamie Vardy is the only player who's been given a significant rest last game week, as he missed out from Game Week 20 completely. In my opinion, this gives me a bit more security on his starting place compared to the others. In the last 10 game weeks, I've now had 5 captain returns and 5 captain blanks. All 5 of those returns were Vardy, whilst all the blanks were other players. Therefore, after 3 captain blanks in a row for me now, I think it's time I go back to basics and leave the armband on the reliable Leicester man this week, with Kevin De Bruyne coming in a close second. So that's how my team could potentially line up for Game Week 21, but no transfers have been confirmed yet. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to drop a like and get subscribed to FPL TV. You can also hit the notification bell so you never miss an FPL TV upload. Last but not least, a huge congratulations goes to Marwan Khoory for becoming the FPL TV Cup champion in December over on the Patreon page. With a massive 409 points in December and rising to inside the top 10k in the overall rankings, you've won yourself a range of FPL related prizes which are now on their way to you. Congratulations again, and thank you to all my current Patreon supporters. Good luck for the January Cup. Thank you to all my viewers and subscribers for a fantastic year on YouTube. The channel has grown significantly in the last 12 months, and as always, I can't thank you enough for the support. I wish all of you watching a very happy new year, and I look forward to talking some more FPL with you all in 2020. FPL responsibly, and I'll catch you all soon.